Look in my eyes, tell me what you see. It's the cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I know everything you want to be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. The main event of night one, a triple threat. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth freaking Rollins. Some people have a problem with this being the main event because they're like, there's nothing on the line. There's no title on the line. Jay and Gunther should be the main event because it's for the world title. Normally, I would be in that camp. Maybe not whining like that, but I would be in that camp. But based on star power, where the fuck you think you're gonna put this match at? As I was saying, who else is gonna main event? You have three of the biggest names, not only in wrestling, well, not only in the WWE, but in the industry itself. And you have backstory. It's not like you just said, you know what, I'm going to put the three big names in together and just, poof, have a match. Everything is intertwined. Some people would say, well, this has been in the making since 2012, the formation of the Shield. Remember, they were brought up as being CM Punk's henchmen. And some people would be correct. But this goes back further than that. This goes back to the origin of CM Punk and Paul Heyman. This has been joked about as being a Paul Heyman on a pole match because of the infamous favor that CM Punk was owed by Paul Heyman for helping him help the tribal chief, helping him help the head of the table, helping him help Roman Reigns. CM Punk and Paul Heyman have been like this since 2005. Yes, baby. How you doing? And the crowd goes mild as my wife comes in here and stares me up and down and then walks away. But this goes back to 2005, back to OVW, back to when Paul Heyman was in charge of OVW. And his prize pupil, his prize student, his prize possession in OVW was CM Punk. He was the original Paul Heyman guy in the WWF, WWE. I keep on saying WWF because that's what I've been talking about on Wrestlemania Memories. So forgive me. But it goes back then, right? Then you fast forward to 2012 when CM Punk was the WWE champion. Goes back to 2012 when CM Punk was the reigning WWE champion. And the threesome of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, who is now known as Jon Moxley in AEW, came up to be his henchman. Then we fast forward. CM Punk leaves, right? Do y'all remember the circumstances in which CM Punk left? CM Punk left because he was burnt out. CM Punk left because he was tired of the politics. He was tired of Vince McMahon. He was tired of Triple H. He was tired of every damn thing. He was like, you know what? I've had all I can take and I can't take no more. Fuck y'all, I'm out. Oh, but you don't want to be the champion? No, I don't give a fuck about being I don't care about being in the main event, which is not really the main event. I don't care about your snot-nosed son-in-law. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. I'm out. That's what he did. He was gone. Right? Then he had a very infamous interview online with his then friend, Colt Cabana, in which he detailed all his gripes, all his grievances with the WWE and the management that be, and how one of the long-lasting thoughts, comments, phrases from that infamous interview was he kept on getting told, make sure you make Roman look strong. Roman has to stay strong. Roman needs to stay strong. Roman needs to go over, right? That is what caused a lot of the fan backlash. Went right around the time, right about the initial rise of Roman Reigns. That was the initial backlash against Roman Reigns because all the smart fans, all the IWC fans heard that interview of CM Punk and said, you know what? CM Punk is right. This is the reason why this motherfucker is being pushed down our throat. Right? So that's a little bit of reality that's been going on. That's a little bit of reality that's been going on. And that was a lot of resentment by Roman Reigns in real life toward CM Punk of, damn, dude, you helped them kick my back in for years and you was gone. Like, if you would have felt that way, if you felt that way while we was here, you could have said that shit. But you waited until you was gone. Said what you wanted to say, and then, poof, gone for, at that time, well, what, 8 years? That's another backstory to that. Then, real life and on screen, 2020, middle of the pandemic, Roman Reigns comes back after a scare with leukemia, after making sure that the safety precautions are being held during the pandemic, concerning, came back with some brand new teeth and came back with one other accessory, Paul Heyman. He became a Paul Heyman guy. According to Roman Reigns, he rescued Paul Heyman from obscurity and brought him ashore to the island of relevancy. Because Brock wasn't working in the pandemic. And the two of them cultivated the tribal chief. The two of them cultivated the head of the table. The two of them cultivated who we know now as Roman Reigns and the wise man. And now you probably like, all right, well, you done went over CM Punk. You done went over Roman Reigns. Where does Seth Rollins come in? Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Seth Rollins has been the eternal thorn in the side of Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins is the one who initiated the breakup of the Shield with a chair shot to the back. Seth Rollins was the original sellout of the Shield. Seth Rollins, once again, WrestleMania 31, the heist of the century, cashed in his Money in the Bank contract in the middle of Roman Reigns' one-on-one match against Brock Lesnar in the main event, and he ended up pinning Roman Reigns to effectively steal the spotlight. Year later, Roman Reigns retains the championship at Extreme Rules against AJ Styles. Guess who makes the return from injury? Seth Rollins, because he had to vacate the title due to injury. The next match, the next pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, Seth Rollins beats Roman Reigns yet again for the WWE Championship. And finally, last year, WrestleMania 40, Roman Reigns was on his way to retain his championship against Cody Rhodes for a second consecutive year. And guess who came out to play the mind games with Seth Rollins? Once again, with Roman Reigns. Once again, with Seth Rollins. The rage, the anger that Roman Reigns has harbored toward this man for 8 years and running came out. He had a choice. Do I ignore him or do I get my revenge on him right here, right now, and put him out his fucking misery? And he chose the latter. And it cost him. It cost him the WWE Championship. So, that's the backstory. That's the backstory. That's the reason why this match is the main event of night one. What's going to happen, though? The favor that CM Punk cashed in was, you're my best friend. I want you, Paul Heyman, in my corner. Effectively, not even really, I want you in my corner. I want you away from your tribal chief. That's the favor. So for the first time, 21, 22, 23, 24, first time in 4 years, Roman Reigns is going into the main event at WrestleMania. Matter of fact, Roman Reigns is going to the ring without his wise man in his corner. Not without his wise man altogether, but without his wise man in his corner. CM Punk has played the ultimate mind game, and now there's all the scuttlebutt of, well, what's going to happen? Is CM Punk going to go heel? Tell you the truth, I don't think so. Not yet. Because somebody's like, well, maybe Paul Heyman will stay with CM Punk after WrestleMania. I think they did this because of the special event, the enormity of this match, the situation of CM Punk finally gets his first WrestleMania last match main event. That's what it is. If CM Punk was going to go heel, then they would have revealed this at the end of the match, that CM Punk and Paul Heyman was in cahoots all along. Now, some people would say, well, Seth Rollins is the odd man out, so therefore that means Paul Heyman is going to go with Seth Rollins. There's not really that much connection, and tell you the truth, I don't see that working whatsoever. Trust me, Paul Heyman makes everything work, but Seth doesn't need Paul, and I think, it just wouldn't work. Even though that would be another thing, another notch in the belt of Seth Rollins of, I cost him his championship not once, not twice, 3 times, and I took his wise man. And oh, by the way, and I screwed CM Punk. You know what I actually think is going to happen? Because this whole time, Seth Rollins did bring up that upon his return, Roman Reigns' return, he never apologized to Paul about leaving him for dead on the island of relevancy with the Rogues bloodline. He just expected him to fall in line. Also, remember, he told Paul, he's like, tell him no. Nah. Even if I allow him to say no, he's going to say no anyway. And Paul said, I can't do that, my tribal chief. What I think might happen, my prediction, CM Punk is going to win this match. Matter of fact, that's my heart talking. Roman Reigns is going to win this match. Roman Reigns is going to win this match with the help of Paul Heyman. And you know who he's going to pin? He's going to pin Seth freaking Rollins. That'll give him a chance to exercise all those demons for the last 8 to 9 years. And in turn, screw over CM Punk. Will he go full heel? Roman Reigns hasn't changed. He's still that arrogant son of a bitch that you love to hate or you love to love. So there's no such thing as him turning heel because technically he never turned face. Paul Heyman's been more sympathetic. So if anything, Paul Heyman would be quote unquote turning. But Roman Reigns has stayed the same. He still expects everybody to get down on one knee, kiss the ring, and acknowledge him. So that's my prediction. Roman Reigns will win this match by pinning Seth Rollins and in turn screwing over CM Punk. And that will lead to the road to SummerSlam with a one-on-one between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Trust and believe. I wish CM Punk would win. But at the same time, that's what I feel, and that's what I said. Take it to the bank.